So all of us know if you work in a job, what makes you successful? It's not just your ability to do the job. It's showing up on time, it's being positive, it's coming up with creative solutions, it's getting along well with people, knowing how to dress.
In the beginning, we wondered why our students couldn't get the service end of it, why we had such poor service at Cafe Hope. And we sat down and we talked about it as a staff, and we realized that a lot of the kids who come into our program have never been to a restaurant where they were served before. So if they've never seen it, how can you expect them to do it?
I do not believe that everyone has had their chance. I really don't. I don't think that everyone that we deal with is on their second chance or their third chance. Some people say, oh, well, they've already had 2 strikes with the law, they've already had probation officers, they got to go to school, but if you don't give me the tools to succeed, I never had a fighting chance.
Part of what needs to happen for young people is that they need opportunities to see that they are smart, that they are able to achieve, that they are able to really earn awards, and they are able to be the people that they want to be.
80% of what gets achieved is really socialization. It's social skills. It's changing the kids' expectations of themselves, showing them what they can do. 20% are hard skills, like math improvement. But it's the 20% that are really easy to measure, and the 80% are really hard.
I think everyone needs a champion. They need somebody that they believe will be there for them. They need that human connection. And I've found that when we don't build that human connection, they're not likely to keep coming back.
I just knew I needed to change my life around. I couldn't keep getting in trouble.
It's like joining a new family that will be there no matter what.
I'm going to treat them as if they're adults and they're equal to me. And together, we build respect for each other.
Teaching them the carpentry and the life skills is the easy part. What they do after they leave the shop is the challenge.
Back in 1992, Bill Hunley and I started the boat building programs for the Alexandria Seaport Foundation. What we wanted to do was to provide access to the water for the community through building and using boats. And I was thinking more that we'd be teaching boat building classes for adults, who wanted to do it as a hobby. Bill said, we've got to work with the kids. We did a summer youth employment program. And at the end of the summer, the boat was done, the program was done, but boy, the kids weren't done. And so we went and got funding and started a year-round apprenticeship program.
I dropped out when I was 16, but I got my GED. After that, I just started working. And then I stopped working, and then I was getting in trouble. I started getting into the street life. I ended up getting locked up for 6 months, and then I came to this program.
They come through and apply, and we screen them individually based on their needs. We have an assessment test. Then after that, they have a 5-week trial period where they get paid a $100 stipend a week. If they are here on time every day, do their daily journal requirements, and have an overall good attitude. Really, the goal is to have them work with the mentors, which are the volunteers. And, when the old hair rubs against the new, they really do tend to bond.
I came to a class here, and in the first day of a 5-day class, I saw how the management here was communicating with the kids, the apprentices. And I told them at the end of the 5-day session, how do I volunteer here? This looks terrific.
We try to take the focus off of the differences and focus on the task at hand. And because you're working on a common project and teamwork is a factor, those barriers seem to break down over time.
We're all apprentices here, adults and the kids alike. We're learning different things. Kids are learning tools, they're learning what it's like to be on the job working, having perhaps their first job, and learning how to work with older people as peers. And we're learning from them as well. What their backgrounds are, how they got to where they are.
It's great because you can talk about topics that you normally wouldn't. I mean, touchy subjects, politics. I even asked one of them about advice for my love life, and it's like a close friend that you can trust.
I had one young man talk to me one time, and he says, I don't understand it. Why are all you white guys treating me nice? And I said, 'cause I like you. You have skills, you have abilities, and we're working together to accomplish this feat. Why wouldn't I be nice to you? He had never been in an environment where people were treating him as an equal.
These volunteers had very successful careers. I mean, the guy who ran the team that invented the antenna that's in all our cell phones, you know, comes in and builds here. When the apprentices realize that that type of person believes in them and what they're trying to do with their lives, then that changes the kids' expectation.
Quite frankly, you get more feelings of satisfaction around here than I ever did working for a big corporation.
What we need to do is we need to know an imaginary line here.
When we started the Apprentice program, we designed the program to be in the context of a job. That's what we were doing. We were preparing the graduates to be able to go out and go to work.
The height matters because this is on a bevel. As this gets higher, the gap gets wider. Remember that from the last time? So we know that we got to measure right here.
We've had a very good relationship with the Carpenters Union, and we have placed dozens of kids into the union. When they have jobs and they're adding apprentices, they're taking our apprentices. They know the math, they know the construction math, they know the hand tools, the hand power tools. That gives them a step up.
It's not just how to become an employee or just a carpenter. They teach you how to become a leader. They teach you how to set your finance situation. They teach you how to represent yourself in meetings. They teach you how to go for an interview. They teach you how to dress for an interview. They teach you how to look for an interview. I mean, I don't think they miss anything when it comes to this kind of field. I don't think they miss a dot.
I have a job that's coming up building decks. So I've been like doing research on it, looking at videos. I've been getting into it, and I think it's pretty cool because I want to learn how to build stuff. And maybe in the future, like, I could build my family a house.
What I always say is we trust them. They learn to trust us, and then they learn to trust themselves. And once they learn to trust themselves, essentially our work is done.